Hi, Flosstube. This is Nikki Stitchy, and this is my second Flosstube. I wanted to come back earlier than I think it's at 3 weeks, but I was working and had a lot of work for Christmas orders to get out. But now that I am done, I have been stitching and working on a couple of my whips. I wasn't able to show you all the whips last time, I think, because I was probably tired of hearing myself talk. So I'm going to try to show you some of that today, show you what I've been working on the past 2 weeks, and what I will be working on the rest of the month and in 2023. I just want to thank you for all the love that I received from the comments, the likes, and the subscriptions. It's so crazy that people would want to hear what I have to say. I did get a request to talk a little bit about myself. My name is Nicole, and I live in southern Arizona. You could see really close to the border. It's a military retirement town, and my husband and I were both in the military, in the Army, and we got out the military and decided to make this our home, which is kind of funny because this is his home where he graduated high school from, because his father was in the military too, and his father lives here also. I am a mother of 5 girls, and they range from 25 years old to my youngest is 9. And my oldest lives in Phoenix, and she's a nurse, and I homeschooled all of them, and still homeschooling 3, my 16-year-old, my 11-year-old, and my 9-year-old. My second oldest, she is in school at our local college, community college, to do her EMT training. What else? I also have a business, a website and Etsy, and I sew. But I'm wanting to start a different business, and I might talk about that later, but I'm not here to talk about my business, but that's what I do. Yeah, and I love to cross stitch, and I love to work out too and do CrossFit. So, okay, let's get started with what I've been working on. So after looking at all my whips last time, I decided to work on an older whip. And I got my iPad so I can show you what I've been working on. This is the Queen Mermaid Mirabilia. And this was what I left off at around probably 20 years ago. And this is where I am now. It is on 28 count. I think it is water lily, but she has a head. So now she has a torso, a shoulder, and a head, and some of her hair. And I just had to backstitch her face and her eyes. And I'm almost tempted to bead as I go, but I wouldn't know how to put it in a frame if I do that, so I don't know. So I did that. It's almost 20-year-old whip, and I want to complete it. but I want to show you the evolution of my bobbin storage or my thread storage. So when I first started, I used to put my floss in these little baggies. And I put them in another Ziploc baggie. And then I switched over to the stitch bows, which you just attached the floss and then I can't even slide it off. But recently I got rid of all of these, and somehow I found this, I think, with this project. And it's at Goodwill now. Because there were, I think, 6 to 7 plastic binders that I would snap them into, and it just became too much. So then I went to floss bags. And this is how I store my backup floss. And then I went to bobbins. And before I went to the bobbins, they were in, I think, the regular smaller bobbin cases, and I had maybe 4 or 5, maybe 7. So I found this case, which is a 2-snapper, and I think it's like $9 either at Joann's. I think you find them on Amazon and even Hobby Lobby. And I decided to put my complete set of DMC in this, and I love it because I can just take it wherever I'm stitching, on the couch, in my room, in my other room, and even on the go. And I can just pick up whatever project that has DMC, and I can just use this. But this is a newer set. I had my old set, and then I decided that I wanted to put them in these floss storage that a lady I found from Needlebug, and she sells these on Etsy, but Needlebug talks about these floss, what do they call them? Floss pages. So I have a complete set of these in 2 of these binders that I just kind of cut the front because I don't want to keep opening it, and that way I could just slide. So I had put my complete set of the bobbins on here and cut them, and then those are good for single thread projects. So it was kind of hard toting those because there's 2 of them. So I have this one, and I'll link where I got these from on the bottom screen. So there are 2, and it's just kind of hard to carry them, around everywhere. So then I decided to get another complete set and put them on here. Well, I had ordered paper bobbins, but they were too tall for this. So I found that plastic bobbins from Hobby Lobby, and I just bought the little numbers, the DMC numbers. And you can't just put the DMC numbers on there because they'll fall off. So I put tape on them. And for each of these sets, I just didn't wind them on the bobbin. They're all pre-cut to the length of me using it for double. And I just wound each of them. So that was a task for me. A very long, tedious task, but it's well worth it. And yeah. So that is how I like it. And I got everything in here in order. And the numbers aren't budging. So not recently, but when I started the jars, let me see, where can I find it? I purchased a complete set of CXC threads, because a complete set from AliExpress is $30. So now I have a complete set and I don't know what to do with them. So they're so silky, but I just cut them for me to use for double. And then I found these, what are they called? Gift price tags, and from Amazon, and it came with 1,000 pieces of price tags in this box. And I think I'm going to put my CXC on those. So it already has a hole on the top that fit on the rings. And then I used this hole puncher to punch the hole for the bobbin. For the gift tag. So that's that. And I have my backup DMC, which are in these types of bags, in 4 of the photo boxes that I get from Hobby Lobby. And I have 4 of those, and they hold my backup sets or extra skeins that I have of flosses. Okay, so that was kind of the evolution of my floss storage, which it probably will still change, but I think I'm really sticking to the box. So that was my cream mermaid. And I was looking through all my memorabilia charts, and I have a lot of her mermaids. I must have bought all of them then. Okay, so next thing I've been working on, stuck with memorabilia, a little bit of Christmas stitching, is my partridge in the pear tree by Nora Corbett. And this is what it was before, when you've seen it. And this is how it is now. I have a piece of string hanging from there, but I just need to fill in the tree and do some back stitching. Well, I got a lot to do, but yep, this is my progress. I need to take out all of this over here because I stitched it the wrong way. Well, starting out the wrong way, which is kind of funny. I'll talk to you about that later. So I worked on that a little. I'm gonna put all this stuff, okay. Try to be a little bit organized this time. Okay, and I just did a little bit of stitching on the bookshelf by Little House Needleworks with the call for thread on, what is it? 28 count light mocha casual linen. And here's what I done before. And here is where I am at now. So all I did was the line. I don't think I did much on it, but I did start with the letter, and yep, 2/2. All the other ones were 2/2 also. Okay. I said I was going to start off showing you my other whips, but I'm showing you what I worked on this past 2 weeks first. All right, So, love my full coverages, and I was working on my 32 count, The Chocolate Shop by Amy Stewart, and I'll show you a picture of that on my Kindle. I totally forgot to bring my Kindle last time. I don't know why. I was just, oh, let me film a video, and kind of just went from there and didn't think of showing you pictures or anything before. So I do apologize for that. But this is, oh no, no. This is Amy Stewart's Little Chocolate Shop. And I'm doing this, well actually, I am restarting this. And I have restarted it because I just didn't like the coverage in my eyes. Did not like it. So what I did is I had another yard. I have another yard that I had ordered of my 25 count, which is my favorite. And I restarted it. So I am doing 2 threads over 1 half stitch. And I love it so much. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this piece. I might do a little bit cross country, do a little bit of everything. I think my grand library has turned into a little bit of everything right now, but you'll see that in a minute. So, yeah, I'm really liking the half stitch. It's really fast for me, and I am at, let's see, I'll let you know how many stitches. I am at 0.51%, 1,933 stitches out of 375,000 stitches. So that's the little chocolate shop. Put that over there. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this fabric because I have the little chocolate shop on here. I have my, what is it? Once Upon a Fairy Tale piece on here. I don't want to waste it, so, because it's like a full yard of fabric, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do like little pieces of something of it. I'll find a way or figure a way out. Okay, next one I'm going to show you is my stitching shelf. And everybody knows, I think everybody knows what it looks like. But here is a picture for you. The stitching shelf. I am working on black 310, and out of 30,000 stitches I have left 16,000 stitches. So I am exactly at 2% on this one, and I am doing it on 25 count easy count grid, and 2. I did start with 1/1 full cross, but now I'm doing 2 threads half cross. This is a whole yard because it's super size max colors. So last time you seen it was here, and that's 1/1, and then from here on, let's see, to here, I don't know, can you see it? So this is the ending of where the black is. And then I worked down. So you can see a man's like outline right here. Can you see that? And then because I didn't know if it was all gonna fit, I decided to go down to here. So that's the ending of the black. So it's gonna fit. And that's 2% out of 713,000 stitches. Stitching shelf. So I plan on finishing all the black, but I'm not gonna hold myself to that because I'm not real strict with my own rules. So I bought floss for the higher counts of that. But yeah, I got 16,000 black stitches left. And then who knows? I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I probably won't even finish all the black ones. Probably start filling in with another color. Okay, the last one that I worked on this past 2 weeks is my Grand Library by Amy Stewart. I'll get you the picture. Here it is. Let's see. It's kind of blowing it out. And I am at 25% completed. As of today, I've done 100,690 stitches out of 402,000 stitches. 100,000 stitches. This is just a regular size, regular color, and I'll show you where I'm at. I have completed I have completed 21 colors, and I have just been working wherever I feel. I wanted to see the people, so I did the man and the lady that look like they're in some love story. See, and I kind of completed some of that door that looks like what's in the chocolate shop. And I started this is my 25 count. I started it off 1 over 1, and this last couple of days I have switched to 2 over 1 half stitch or 10 stitch, and you can't even tell. I can't even tell when I'm looking at it either. I have to look really close at it, but let's see. Like this part is all half. So now I'm going to be going through this even faster. I can do about 1,000 stitches, or even more sometimes, depending on where the color is. But for this one, I like to see, I do like to see how other people work and store their floss, or how they work from it. So I have my colors on this Paco storage, and it's just numbered. And then I have the colors that I have about 1,000 or less stitches, about 2,000 to 1,000 less stitches. So these are the next ones I plan on completing from it. And then these are the ones that have the most colors. So if I want to fill out more of the area the majority of the area, it will be these that require like 2 or 3 more skeins. So I'm hoping to eventually just get to using this, and that'll be easy, carry this around. But yeah, that's how my grand library. Okay, so that's what I've worked on this week. And I wanted to talk about what I will be working on. So I also want to show you some of the whips that I didn't show you before for some reason. So I ended up getting a free chart of the pandemic from Long Dog Sampler during 2020. And this is what it looks like. So I did it on, I think, 28 count 1/1, and I used the 115 variegated thread DMC, and this is how much I've done. And I think I am going to restart this one. I have found a 46 count fabric, and I'm going to do 1/1/2 stitch with this color, which is Soy Surfing Pure Silk. So that is my plan to start that in the next couple of days. I think I messed up somewhere on the count with this one, and I kind of just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore because I don't know where I need to fix it. And now that I have this fabric and the silk, I kind of want to just do a red that's not variegated and on a really tiny count of fabric, because my eyes love me. They don't. I'm gonna have to use magnifier. I have magnifiers, those crazy magnifier glasses with the light. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking really cute. I think I scare my children. Another one that I didn't show you last time was a year at Hawk Run Hollow. And because I started the Christmas one at Hawk Run Hollow on 40 count, I am thinking to restart this one on a smaller count, or maybe 25 count, because I do like using one thread. And this is what I've done in this huge piece of fabric, but I think it'll look so much cuter smaller. So that's what I've done. And this huge fabric, I don't want to work on it. Yeah. So I can use this fabric for something else, like a Mirabilia, or I don't know, something else other than this project. So I'll just buy some fabric for that one, 40 count or a 25 count. Let's see. And then I have another whip and a 4 screw. And I think I only worked on this for one day, but I need to get back to it. And what I've completed on, what is this, white Lugana 28 count was this tree. Oh, that's it. Okay, another project that I didn't show you last time. It's another Amy Stewart, and I swear I do have other full coverage ones that are not Amy Stewart, but I really do like her charts because they're so full of color and I don't get bored with just one color, and it's fun. So let me show you. This one is called A Quick Stitch Little Cake Shop. Little Cake Shop? Yeah. How do I show you without the glare? I got this because it was a quick stitch and it's on a little piece of fabric, 25 count. And let's see, I started it. I started with 2/1 full cross. Well, to me, I found 2/1 full cross. It just makes it really thick and it's so hard to get the needle through. So I learned a lot from this piece, and I'm still learning what I prefer. So I restarted this on the other side and I measured, so I know I'll have enough that it'll fit, but it's a small piece. So I started this one 2/1 half cross, and that's what I got to. And then this over here, I was just practicing just the coverage to see what I liked. Well, I need to get back to that one. And for that one, I just threw some floss on these little plastic cards. But I think I'm going to transfer over because another storage idea that I had is that I bought a whole bunch of these to have a complete set of DMC. Well, I didn't like that because it was just too much to look through to find the color, and I didn't want to do that. So I would just use these for projects, because even 2 for one project, it holds 50 colors for one. So usually I work with 90 colors. 2 of these was sufficient for one. So I might switch that over from these to the Paco thread organizer. And they are way cheaper on AliExpress, but of course you have to wait forever to get it. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure who, and I'm sure I could find out, but this is a sampler, and I don't know the name, but it's called A Virtuous Woman, Proverbs 31, and I don't know when I started it, but it must have been old because it's all on tape. But I don't like how it sounds either. But this is what I did. And it just has little blocks and of course the Bible verses of Proverbs 31. And they look like little Amish people, and I made them black. So I'll have to find a picture next time if I show you that, if I work on it. Because all I have is a printed paper chart here. Okay. So I think I do like to stitch seasons. And I purchased it's called A Stitch for All Seasons. And she has autumn, spring, winter, and summer. And it's by Little Dove Designs. And let me show you the picture. And I was able to get it onto my pattern keeper. I find a better way to show you this. Yeah. I did start a little bit of it, made the border, but again, I'm thinking because there's no quarter stitches or like special stitches, that I might do it on 25 count, where I can use one thread, or 40 count, which I could still just use one thread. So I'm gonna restart these and use the fabric for a Mirabilia. This one would be good for a mermaid because I have tons of them. Let's see. I don't think I've shown you all my chatelaines, but here's one. I think this one is the Pompeii Gardens, and yeah, this is when Martina was releasing them 1 month at a time, and I would just download it and print it, and it was on my older laptop. It's still there, and I'm just kind of scared to turn it on because it might not turn on. So I need to figure that out. But I've heard that I could purchase the PDFs from her family on her website. So I'm going to look into doing that so I can get started back on these. So that was one of them. And then this one is the Medieval Garden mandala. Yeah. And I bought the kits from European cross stitch, which I want to show you. I have one that my husband had bought me. Where is it at? Okay. For Christmas last year, and I had him look on the website, the European Cross Stitch website, and to pick me out one, and so I could be surprised. But unfortunately, because of the Gloriana silks, I didn't receive it till maybe 6 months after. And I had contacted a lady that owns European Cross Stitch, and I said, just if I can just get it without the Gloriana silks, it'll be fine. So this is what he picked out for me last Christmas, and I'm going to start it probably within this week. I'm still waiting on the Gloriana silks, but I have all the other like supplies, and she puts them in floss wave bags and the beads, and I was able to get some of the Gloriana silks, and I think I'm missing 3, but I'm still waiting for her to send me what I purchased with the kit. Well, my husband purchased with the kit, but I was able to get these from a cross stitch store that I visited in Maryland when I went with my husband for his work. And I think I only need 2 more, but I'm gonna start it anyway. I could probably find them somewhere on the website. And I guess whenever she does send me the ones that came with the kit, I will probably need a second set of it or find some other use for it. So that's another one I'm going to start. And then I have the Farmhouse Christmas Little House Needlework. I think it's like 9 of them. I wanted to start that. I need to start it soon because I don't see myself really working on them after Christmas. But this is portobello linen. I mean, this is what they call for it too. 30 count. And again, see, I don't even know if I want to start because I don't want to do 2 over 2 unless it's a memorabilia. So I need to think what I'm gonna do for these. Because I don't think there's any half stitches or anything else. And since I found Little House Needlework, I want all their charts. And so I did. I bought all the charts from, what is this series? Hometown Holiday Series. And I got all of them. And I want to put them on one big old piece of fabric. I don't know. I'm hoping someone has already done the work so I can just copy them instead of trying to figure out what I need to do. I don't think I'll start that, but I do need to research it. Another one of theirs that I've kitted and bought fabric for is the Kringles. Yep. And I bought the fabric from Fat Quarter Shop Parisian Gray 30 count linen. And again, I think 25 count or either 40 count is what I want to do. So I don't think I'm going to start these this year. The ones that I already have the fabric for, I'm not going to start. Another one that I have fully kitted is Winter Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And I have the called for linen, and it's opalescent. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but yeah. And the Valdani, sorry, 3-strand cotton floss. They're so cute little balls. I do want to start that this week. And I don't mind that I'll be doing 2 over 2 for that. Because I've already started the Autumn Quaker. And it has some back stitching for this one, for the snowflakes. Okay, where am I at? Another one that I have fully kitted, and this one is from Country Cottage Needleworks. I don't know what is up with me in these little houses, but this one is called the Glitter Village. So I have all of those Glitter Village ones. So pastel-y and cute. And I'm just gonna put them on one piece of fabric. This one is 32 count raw silver linen, and it's also like opalescent. And I think it's going to kill my eyes looking at it. And I also purchased the Classic Colorworks thread for it. I need to start on that one. Well, my plan is to start on it. What is my another one? When I went to Maryland with my husband to the And I found the cross stitch store because I always look to see if there's a local needlework store close to wherever he's going to be. And so I found one, and I forgot the name of the shop. But yeah, she was having a sale, and I purchased this kit. She already had the fabric for it and the beads, and the specialty was like a water lily thread. And this is called Miss Dancing Flower. And I haven't seen anyone work on this one, so I think I'm gonna start that. The fabric feels really stiff, but that's okay. Here's the beads and the water, Karen water lily, and the fabric. It's kind of green. I don't know the name of the fabric, but the one they called for was 32 count water lily linen. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Let's see. Am I missing anything? And I did some shopping, some acquisitions. I got the Cross Stitch Ornament magazine. I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch anything from it this year, but that's what I bought. 1, 2, 3 stitch. And I got the Tiny Martinist Cross Stitch Christmas Snow Globe. I sure have a lot of Christmas charts. And I purchased a lot of Christmas charts, but I don't know when I'm going to get started. This one is Madame Chantilly Christmas tray. This one I would definitely do either a 25 count 1/1 or 40 count 1/2. Crochet a Go-Go Advent, another Christmas one. Then I got the same company, an autumn one. So it's cute. I also got the heartstring samplery, His Eyes on the Sparrow. It's a humongous piece. And then I purchased some fabric from Cross Stitching Supplies from Lindsay. And I got some This Plus Helix linen. It's like a blue-gray, 28 count, fat quarter size. Serene linen, which is like a green. And this one is called Ale linen, which is a brown. They're all 28 count, so I probably will use them for the fancy ladies. Okay, and then I got, first time ever purchasing these small ones, Nora Corbett. So I got the Malmedy Rose and the Gigantic French Rose. Okay. I also want to, oh goodness. So I've completed a Mirabilia. I actually completed 2. One I gave to one of my friends for her daughter's birth, and other one I made for myself, but somehow it ended up with my mother-in-law, which is fine. I had stitched these 2 pieces, and she was visiting us from Korea, And my mother-in-law is Korean, and so is my mother. So both my husband and I are both Korean mixed with black, and our fathers are black. So, um, but she lived in Korea for a while, and she came to visit us, and I had shown her my finished works, and she said, "Oh well, I can take these back to Korea and get them framed, and it's really cheap to get them framed." I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't think I have any intentions of framing my pieces. I don't know why. I just like to stitch. A process stitcher. So I said, "Sure, you take them back." And then they were gone for a while, and she ended up leaving Korea, and they lived there for a long time to save money to purchase a house, and she lives in Virginia now. But she decided to keep them, so that's fine. It wasn't expected, but I guess ever since then I have yet to complete a piece. Even if I'm like really close to completing it, I haven't. And but I want to change that, so I wanted to show you what she has hanging in her house. So this one is the I don't know the name. Butternut Road, which is Nora Corbett's mother. She's a cross stitch designer, and it's called Spirit Dancer by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. So I'm thinking, sorry, let me take it out. I'm thinking I'm going to restitch this one. And I'm going to get the fabric for that. I think I probably can use the fabric that I just showed you from that one. This one. The ale. What do you think? I don't know. I don't remember the fabric that I used. And the other one I completed was this one that she has hanging up in her house. And they're beautifully framed, but I think I want to redo this one. And I have all of the queens, so my goal is to complete all of them now that I am back cross-stitching for good. So those are the ones that I've completed that my mother-in-law has hanging in her house that I want to redo. Let's see. What else did I purchase? Okay, for Black Friday, I purchased Sarah from Stitching Mommy. She designed a temperature chart. And it's called the Quaker temperature chart. So I'm going to do that for 2023. And the other thing that I'm going to start is this one. Oh, sorry for the glare. It's called God Shed His Grace on Thee by Abraham Hunter Artisy chart, and I'm doing that with the lovely Alicia from Adventures in Cross Stitching, and I just love her videos, and she was actually the one that nudged me to start a Flosstube. So I'm grateful for her doing that, and that I could share my love for what I love to do almost every day. So you need to check her out. I'll link her. She's starting that one in the new year, and I think that will be my new year, new start. I'm doing the regular size, and I'm probably going to do half or 10 stitch 2/1. Yep. And also, another person that shouted me out was Mary Ann from Marumi Crafts, and she has Flosstube here, and I will link her below. And she has some wonderful projects that she works on, and I just love watching her videos. And yeah, so it seems like this one is going to be another long video. And it's so funny because my husband's like, oh, you got to make them like 10 minutes long. It's like, no, no, honey. All the videos on Flosstube that I love to watch are like an hour. And he was kind of shocked to see how many people loved my video. So, yeah, let's see. I think that is all. My plans for 2023 are to work on whatever I want. I'm thinking in my head as I'm stitching that I might try the WIPGO, but only for my old whips. Yeah. So I'll probably talk about that next time if I do that. And oh, actually, my 16-year-old started cross stitching, and I wanted to show you some of her projects. So her first one that she ever done was this by Dimensions, and I think we got it from Hobby Lobby, and it was in a wooden frame, but it broke, so I need to get another one. And those are her initials and when she completed it. So I'm so proud of her for doing that. And the one she's working on now is, here's another one that she's working on. And this one is from an Etsy shop. Let me see if I can find it. I'll link that too, I hope, below. It's from Kristen X Stitch. And oh, here you go. Star Wars Rebel Alliance sign. It's cute. Yeah, she's almost done. She only has this side to do. And then I bought her a full coverage piece. Well, she actually picked it out, but I think this is Riola's kit, but it's Streets of Paris. And let me see. I don't know which way. I don't know which way it is. I think it's this way. Yeah, I think it's that way, looking at it. Some of the windows and flowers. So that is a full coverage piece on, looks like 16 count Ada. It was a kit. And what she's been working on recently, I had this book from back a while ago, and she is working on one of the ladies, the Oriental Lady Beauty. Oops, sorry. That is what she's working on. She found one of my fabrics, and I think this is where it's at. That's where she is now. So she's definitely not like me in stitching where I'm all over the place, but I have gridded fabric, so I can do that. But this is funny because she found this fabric, and this was my first piece of stitching shelf, with the stitching shelf that had the big circle in the middle. And I was beginning to extreme cross country it, and you can see I didn't know anything about gridded fabric, so I gridded it myself with that sulky string. Yeah, and I did it 2/1 half stitch, and that's pretty good coverage. I think this is 28 count. I don't know what kind of fabric it is actually, but that is her whips, and I wanted to show them to you. And yeah, and my younger two, they have their own. Maybe I'll show you next time, but it's one of those stamped cross stitches that they picked out, and So for Christmas, I bought her a whole Mirabilia set, and it's the one with the lady with the violin. So she can't open that until Christmas, and she is picking me out a chart from Bella Filipina. I think that's her name. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my first Bella, and I'm kind of interested in see like which one she picked out for me. Um, and I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure I missed something. It seems like I always do. Oh, okay. So I have this huge project, bigger than, um, and I need to start it because it's humongous. It's called World Wonders Illustrated Map, and it's 2,198 stitches by 1,121, has 169 colors, and I think it takes about three yards of fabric. Well, I bought the Lugana fabric from, um, but it's not gridded, and um, it's by Maria Rabinki. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, it's humongous. It's I think over 1,000,000 stitches, but I need to start it. I don't know if I'm able to finish it, but I was thinking as long as I have taught some cross stitchers and my family that they can take over for me one day if need be, if I don't complete it. But I do need to start that, and I'm going to purchase. I probably purchased 28 count gridded fabric, but it's 3 yards of it, so I don't know how I'm going to tackle that size fabric. But those are my plans, and of course, plans for me I don't keep or just change. And yeah, so I am hoping to come back in 2 weeks to show you what I've completed and what I've worked on. And let's see, in 2 weeks is Christmas, so I won't see you then. So I want to wish you Merry Christmas and yeah, happy stitching. Bye.